All right. Hello, everyone. I'm going to share with you what I'm eating today for breakfast. I keep saying that I'm going to do what I eat in a day, and I always forget. so, this is breakfast. I'm preparing my body for an egg fast. Um, I'm doing a different type of egg fast this time. So, this is crushed red peppers, um, avocado mash, salt, pepper, a few pork rinds, and some celery pieces. And as you can see, I already started nibbling on this. And then I was like, okay, I forgot. I said I was going to share. And I'm not. And I didn't. So we're going to push this aside for now so that I can share with you what I am doing. And right here, we've got my flax seed and bone broth and lemon lime juice. It does not taste nasty. I drink one of these a day. And then over here is my electrolytes with hibiscus tea and also a little bit of my grape and hibiscus probiotic vinegar. Lemon and lime juice is also mixed in that as well. And then, of course, you guys know um, I have my water bottle, my regular water bottle, which is just water and lemon lime juice. Sometimes I will, and that's right here, and sometimes I will add some of the water in cold water infusion, watermelon and cucumber. Sometimes that is in there as well. So this is what I'm doing to stay hydrated and, and all the things, right? So I told you all that August 1st, the first Monday in August, I was doing my egg fast again. Well, this time it's going to be different, and I'm going to explain to you why, just in case you can relate to this. All right, so my egg fast is going to be egg whites, as many as I want, but with one yolk per day, a droplet of avocado mash, 3 pork rinds, unless they're like really small, a sprinkle of mozzarella or cheddar cheese, Sargento, and then I will be sipping a little bit of pickle juice throughout the day. Lunch and dinner is the repeat, but without the yolk. And that is what it's going to be. So you're probably asking, well, why all these egg whites? And why are you adding the pork rinds? Well, this is a revised version of my egg fast. And this is what is, I want to try this and see how this works. Like I said, I am no doctor. I'm not even the secretary in a doctor's office. So I'm just sharing with you what I am going to do and my experiment with this. So, the good news is I got my blood work done and everything improved. My estrogen that was minus 15 for years is finally 20. And all of this is because of cleaner, healthier eating. Um, my liver enzymes are normal. I have no fatty liver anymore. Just everything on that report that was bad has improved or either is perfected. My A1C went from 6.1 to 5.4, so I am no longer pre-diabetic, and I am just like awesome, And my glucose went from 136 to 98. Awesome. So we're moving in the right direction. Um, the only thing that came red was my LDL. My LDL went from, I forgot what it was. It went from like, I think it was like 186. Yes, my LDL was 186 and it went down to 130. Still high, but drastic move in the right direction in the matter of this 3-month keto challenge. Um, I couldn't believe it. And then there was something else that was, I think that was related to non LDL or HDL type thing. And it said that the max should be 120, but mine was 130. So this is great news. This is excellent news. I have decided that I'm going to continue with this keto lifestyle. I don't want to do low carb. I don't want to do Mediterranean. I don't want to do anything else. I want to do keto, but I need to revise it. And my revision in keto, y'all, is I want to go back to the way I used to be. I want to no more red meats except for grass-fed, homemade ground beef. So no more steak, no more pork chops, no more brisket. I'm cutting those things out completely. No ribs, no barbecue ribs. I'm cutting that out completely because that's how I used to live before. And I'm focusing on chicken, turkey, and the ground beef that's grass fed that I make at home. So on a treat day, if we're out and I want McDonald's, which I doubt, I will get not the quarter pounder that has the better quality of Angus beef or USDA, whatever. No Hardee's Angus beef. It's going to be like the little child-sized patty. And then that will take care of that. If these are just options, like if I get a craving, or if I'm out, or whatever the case may be. I'm always looking for options and alternatives. But for the most part, it is going to be white meat. It's going to be boring, but I'm going to have to change up how I fix the white meat. No more mayo. Like if I use mayo, it's going to be like a smidgen of mayo. I'm pretty much cutting out butter altogether. If I do have butter, it's going to be on my Carb Quick biscuit that I'm no longer using heavy whipping cream. I'm using unsweetened almond milk. So it's not going to be as flaky, but it'll still be good. There will be just a little bit of butter and a lot of cinnamon. So that is going to be another revision. And I've already started this. I'm just letting you guys know, but I've already started this change. And also, the MCT oil, the coconut oil, those things are down to a minimum. Then, use with moderation. My eggs and stuff are going to be fixed. Everything is mostly now fixed with avocado oil and olive oil, as opposed to coconut oil, because I love the taste of coconut oil and I pile it on thick, especially when I'm making zucchini. And when I make my zucchini, I'm still going to use coconut oil, but I'm not going to pile it on so thick. I like my zucchini with a lot of char on it. So we're going to, that's been modified. So the whole thing I'm trying to say, guys, as we look at this post-egg fast thing, is my doctor wants me to consider a Mediterranean keto, which means more celery, more avocado, more lettuce, more spinach, and within that keto carb range. He wants me to focus on getting those carbs through greens, especially greens that hold a lot of water, like celery and stuff like that. And he wants something like that incorporated in every meal. But within the keto allowance, which for me, that I choose, the max is 20. On a treat day, which would be like a Saturday or a Sunday, I can go as far as 25, but I would never do that. I just wouldn't, my mind wouldn't let me do that. I like to keep it between 8 and 15, 17 at the most. And let's see, what is the other thing? Let me see. So that is what I'm doing. I'm keeping the fats more in the healthier fat zones, but the less saturated fat, That's the key. I want to keep my saturated fats extremely low with my healthy fats high. I want to keep my protein high, and I want to keep my carbohydrates low. And the carbohydrates that I get are going to come from, the majority of them will come from green vegetables. Okay. So that is about the cleanest keto I can do, because I want to assist my body with the healing a little bit more. You know what I mean? Um, because I know that it will work. And it just seems like, when I was first doing keto, I was doing some dirty keto. You guys know. And I don't want to do that anymore. I stopped it now. I've stopped it for over a week. So I feel better. I don't want to indulge in red meat. However, when I eat breakfast, I will allow myself the Applegate sausages, the turkey sausages, because they're low in saturated fat. I will also incorporate like the really thin sliced bacon, where 3 slices is 70 calories. And then I'll just eat 1.5. And that's not an everyday thing. Let's see, what else? I make homemade pizzas on the zero net tortillas. So I put a little bit of salsa, I put a little bit of the cheeses, and I put a little bit of the Hormel mini lower fat, lower sodium turkey pepperoni. I think one serving is 6. I don't do more than 3. And that will give me what I need when I want pizza. And it is zero net carbs, right? So those are treats that I would have on a Wednesday, or a treat that I would have on a Saturday or a Sunday. So this is my revamped, and I'm calling it my keto phase 3. Phase 3, much stricter than my keto phase 2.5. So I've been going from phase to phase in this keto lifestyle journey. So when I come off of this 3-day fast of these egg whites, here, as you can see, post egg fast, day 1 through 5. So the breakfast is going to be egg whites, 1 yolk, celery, avocado, sausage. Now, for a snack, it's half of an Atkins bar. Okay? And then for lunch, it's going to be chicken breast, zucchini, salad, celery, pork rinds, sipping pickle juice throughout the day, just a little bit. Okay, dinner is 2 tacos, salsa, avocado, celery, and salad. Those 2 tacos are those little tortillas, those little taco shells, and that with a little bit of the ground beef in it. So every day I will eat ground beef, but it is not that much. And then there's the chicken breast. And that is what the plan is for the first 4 days coming off of my egg fast. The only things that I will be incorporating in here more is just, maybe a whole Atkins bar instead of a half, but for the most part, adding in a little bit of bacon here and there, maybe adding in a hint more cheese here and there. But for the most part, this is kind of like how it's going to be. The other thing is I need to find a place where I can have fish prepared for me, or either put it in my steamer, like steamed tilapia. If I can find wild caught Alaskan salmon, I will incorporate that as well. But right now, the way that the world is, it's very hard for me to get Alaskan wild caught salmon. So I will look for those things, because I don't want Atlantic. I don't want farm raised. I don't want local. It has to come from the Gulf, or it has to come from Alaska. I don't want anything that has the extra chemicals in it, because I want to be able to enjoy it, And so this is the plan, guys. This is the plan. This is keto phase 3. And it is lowering the saturated fats to help my body continue to heal. I'm so happy that all of my test work was great. Everything was an improvement. I'm so happy about the estrogen, and I know that I feel better. So my blood work is confirmation to how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. And I'm loving this. So that's what I'm going to keep it up. I hope that this helps you in your journey. I hope that this information can bless you. And like I said, I am no doctor, and I don't even work as a secretary for a doctor, let alone. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying. These are things that I discussed with my doctor, and I'm feeling good about it because I'm moving in the right direction. So I'm hoping that this will kind of speed up the weight loss. Not that that is the number one motive, because it's not. I like the consistency, but I know that weight loss is not linear. But I do have a kind of a little goal to get out of the 80s for my birthday. You know, if I can be 178 by my birthday, that would be great. I'm no longer in the 80s. And, that's just kind of like a tiny goal. And we all know that I said I'm baking my own birthday cake for my birthday. And it is going to be a revised version of the classic old-fashioned 7-Up pound cake. And as soon as my birthday is over, okay, I'm going directly into another egg fast, which will be the same pattern of like this one that I'm going in for August. So it's going to be a shock to my body. It might put some stress on my liver because I've been eating healthy, and then all of a sudden one day I'm putting in all these carbs, with the all-purpose flour. You know what I mean? It's going to be an overload on the system because I'm not going to just eat one little slice of cake, y'all. I'm going to try to eat as much as I can to enjoy myself. And then once I take that final bite, that's it. Before I eat the cake, it's all clean. As soon as I get done with the cake, it's all clean. And then the very next day, it's my egg fast. That's the plan. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, I didn't mean to talk y'all to death like that, but I just wanted to share with you the changes that I'm making, and we'll see what happens. So I will keep you all updated. Have a bright, beautiful, great day, and God willing, I will see you in the next video. Bye.